I'd like to call the meeting of a special meeting for the Zion Township for March 4th, 2025. First order of business will be to have nominations for the temporary chair.
Nominate trustee McDowell.
I'll second.
Blindsided again.
You didn't speak up.
I thought it was your turn.
Well, I want this to be a short meeting, so.
You're in control.
What better
Yep.
way?
Okay, trustee Fisher,
Aye.
trustee Frierson,
Aye.
trustee Stackhouse. Trustee McDowell.
Abstain. All right, we haven't had a roll call yet, right?
No, we have not.
Okay, so let's call the roll.
Trustee Fisher,
Here.
trustee Frierson,
Here.
trustee Stackhouse, temporary chair McDowell.
Here. Mr. Brenner, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Please join me in pledging allegiance to our flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir.
All right, do the trustees have any agenda changes?
Yes. I'd like to add 2 items. Discussion of the budget, proposed budget. And another item, report on banking options for the township, which I believe Assessor Davis is going to.
Are we able to add to the agenda without it being published in advance? Or are
As
these
long
just-
as you don't, there's no voting.
Yeah, these are only for discussion and
Discussion only.
information.
I'll second that.
All right, we've got a motion and a second. Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Fisher,
Aye.
trustee Frierson,
Aye.
temporary chair McDowell.
Aye. So I've got those as 7 and 8, and then we're gonna move agenda adjournment down to 9. Okay, are there any citizens' comments tonight? All right, hearing none, let's move on to approval of the town meeting agenda. So you all have a copy of the agenda for the town meeting scheduled for April 8th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Annual meeting of the Zion Town Board. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda for the town board meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Fisher,
Aye.
trustee Frierson,
Aye.
temporary chair McDowell.
Aye. So are there no assessor remarks tonight?
I was gonna speak on the budget, I mean, the banking options.
I mean, it's just not on the agenda.
It's not a regular meeting, it's a special meeting, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
so we're not.
all right. So we could have adjourned, but no.
Just said 10 minutes, you gotta wrap it up in 5.
I know.
Well, I guess I wanna know what trustee Fisher has to say about the proposed budget.
Actually, I'm gonna defer to our business manager to, this was, you were supposed to
So,
provide us something?
last meeting, we gave, the budget to everyone, and we also, I guess, trustee Bryson asked for electronic version of it. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to review what was given to you guys at last budget.
So effectively, does anyone have any questions that we need to give feedback to Sandra and Supervisor Neal when she returns regarding the budget? Are there any questions or outstanding issues that anyone has concern about?
Is it on the agenda for approval for our April meeting? Is that,
That's the intentions.
yeah. I don't have any questions.
Can you remind me again of what goes into our marketing budget and why it's the amount that it is?
For town fund,
Yes.
so that's what it is.
It's at 50,000, and I couldn't recall exactly
So
what.
in the marketing, we have the Zion Quarterly magazine, so we budget for the entire amount, and then, the taxing body reimburse us for the cost of that. We also have,
And that's at a prorated amount, right?
yes, it is.
And I'm sorry, I interrupted. You were.
Oh, it's all right, that's the most, and if we ever had like a marketing, individual to do specific marketing for the township, we also take it out of that budget.
And so, this projected year end that you have listed, at 40,000 for marketing, so does that mean that we only spent 10? Is that how we're supposed to read this?
So, I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
So, we have a budget item of 50,000 and we have a projected year end of 40,000?
Yes,
So I read that as we spent 10 for the
exactly.
budgeted year?
No, we did not spend 10,
We did not spend 10.
correct.
Got it.
So the projected is what we actually proposed would be spent for the
For
year.
that, got it.
Yes,
And then we recouped 33,000 in income
correct.
for, okay. I know we had talked a little bit about the social worker. Have you guys had any additional discussions on that? Because that's also listed, for the budget.
No, I haven't.
So I still had some questions there.
I think that was dependent on the staffing at the township office. I thought that's what, that position was slated because, there might be an opening.
Well, it's gonna be created, I guess, was what I understood. And we're pre-budgeting for it. Oh, go ahead.
So, there is a hire for a social worker starting May 1st, due to the fact that, our current client services workforce development, case manager, is expected to depart from the township.
Got it. So you're saying we're gonna backfill with this position and then we'll have one additional position open?
No, her position will be taken over by the social worker.
Okay. Got it. Okay, I think those are the main questions that I had.
There's still another opportunity, at the April meeting when
Mm-hmm.
the budget's on the agenda.
Yep. Cool.
All right, item number 8, banking options.
All right. So you guys should have in front of you a breakdown. Sandra and I, or COO Usher and I, met with, 3 candidates. So what I did was in the left column, I put the benefits, that were shared with us or what we currently have. And I also listed the current option, which is PNC Bank, and then the proposed options. And it's Waukegan Community Bank, Great Lakes Credit Union, and Consumers Credit Union. We'll start off with the money market account. As far as the proposed options, Waukegan Community Bank they are a Wintrust Community Bank, so they fall up under their umbrella. They offer money market accounts that have a balance greater than or equal to 2.5 million, earning daily, they'll earn daily Illinois funds rate plus 5%, 5 basis points. Currently, we don't, as you can see, I didn't know what we have for or receive for our money market account that we have with PNC Bank. In comparison, Great Lakes Credit Union offers 4.5% for 12 months. If we do this before April, or else it will be 1.85%, because that's like an introductory fee that they have, I guess as a promo right now. And then Consumers Credit Union, they have tiered rates. So if it's over $1 million, you're earning 4.13% APY, and they limit you to 6 debits per month. The suggestion with them was that you rebalance weekly to estimate your debits so that you can make sure that you don't exceed the 6 debits per month. And so they also, so the next option is, I wanted to also point out with Waukegan Community Bank that this, the interest is paid monthly. It's FDIC insured, and this is that option is not offered anywhere else with any other bank or credit union. And they wanted to, they did point that out to us, so that I wanted to make sure I pointed that out to you guys. The sweep option, currently we get 2%, and for that option that we have, they have a CBA. 0.2%, right? 0.2%, sorry. They have, Waukegan Community Bank has a ZBA earn interest on excess funds over the checking account balance in the Illinois funds at whatever the previous day's rate is. There are no FDIC fees on that account. Great Lakes Credit Union has a third-party vendor. It's True Treasury. I'm not familiar with them, haven't heard of them. There is a form that is required per transaction for a sweep account with them. And then Consumers Credit Union has a ZBA feeder checking account. It's a $5 setup fee, and they recommend having at least $500,000 in there, and you would receive 1.5% interest on that account. Monthly maintenance fees, currently we pay $80 with PNC. With Waukegan Community Bank, there's no monthly maintenance fee with a $2,500 minimum average collected balance. Else it would be $20 plus 4 cents cost per item additionally over additional, and that's anything additionally over. I think I just wrote that wrong, sorry. And also they do allow over the 250 free monthly transactions. So you have 250 free, and then the cost would be 4 cents cost per item additional for anything over that 250. Great Lakes Credit Union's maintenance fee is $20.60, and Consumers is $60. Now I did with consumers, they gave us a breakdown of that $60 to be, $5 for the setup fee of the, feeder account, and, $35 for a remote deposit, capture for checking deposit. That's on down the list, I'll get to that. And then $20 for ACH, origination. Because apparently we don't do, as many ACH transactions as they were anticipating, they said that they could possibly waive that $20 fee, but they would have to confirm for sure, how many or, exactly what kind of activity we anticipate in the future in order for them to waive that fee. So the next is the ACH monthly fee, transaction fees. We don't have any currently with PNC. Waukegan Community Bank, I did not remember, I think because we said we didn't have, we didn't use ACH like that, they just went past that and they did not, I did not write down a fee, they did not discuss a fee with us, so I would have to go back to them for that. With Great Lakes Credit Union, it's 10 cents for every, 6 transactions, and that's included in the monthly fee. So that's the 60 cents on the $20.60, in the monthly maintenance fee. Consumers Credit Union, it's origination of, $20. Free online statements are offered by all. Mobile deposit captures offered by all. The credit card, with PNC, we have the credit card with them, and 3 cards, separate line amounts and transactions on our bill, so we can identify them for our budgets and things. Waukegan Community Bank, they can offer the credit card. We confirmed with them. They partner with Elon. I'm not sure if it's ON or AN. That's the name of the company, and they can match what we currently have. Also, Great Lakes Credit Union, same vendor, and they can match. Consumers Credit Union, their third party is Clover, and they need to speak to their rep, and they will get back to us to let us know what they can offer. As far as being insured, the banks are FDIC insured, and the credit union said we need to make sure that we are NCUA insured. Fraud protection, this was an option that, it's not anything required, but it's just an option out there, that was proposed by some. So currently with PNC, it's a zero liability for fraudulent transactions, identity theft protection, and online banking. We did not have this discussion at all with Waukegan Community Bank. I can circle back with them. Great Lakes Credit Union, they proposed it. It's $30 stop payment fee. If you get 1 to 3 services, the fee can be between $20 to $40, and it's a tier of different things. So we can choose which ones if we wanted, more than one service. And then Consumers Credit Union, it's a $30 flat rate fee. And then lastly, the remote deposit machine is an option we don't have with PNC, but it is being offered by the credit unions, and they will allow you to have the machine in the office, so that if we want to, instead of having to go to the bank, you can just deposit your checks right there, run them through the machine. Great Lakes Credit Union, it's a $300 to $1,200 setup fee and software. It depends on, if you want a big one or a small one, you do a lot of business or very, minimal. And then for consumers, it's a $35 monthly fee. The machine is free to quote unquote borrow, but it's a $35 monthly maintenance fee for the consumers credit union. And those are our options. Any questions?
I think of changing banks.
Yes. we were just trying to see what was out there, see if there was anything better. And some, you know, a couple of
Who
different
did you
things
talk to
that,
at PNC?
at PNC. Oh, we didn't talk to PNC, we just, that's who we work with now.
Oh, okay.
And so we were just looking at the other ones to see what they had to offer in comparison to PNC.
All right.
Mhm.
Do we have a business account with PNC?
Mhm.
Because I
And
get
so-
much better service than what you see here with, I've got 3 business accounts with them.
With PNC? Well, I don't think this has been revisited since who knows how long. That's why we wanted to look into it now, just to see, cause it's apparently just been the way it's been, and no one else has ever even entertained looking at what new options they have and things like that. And, you know, we can very well go back to PNC and say, hey, we've been shopping and looking, what can you do to keep our business?
Yeah.
That's what I would recommend, is that
Mhm.
if we haven't discussed anything with PNC.
We haven't yet.
I mean, you know, that interest rate is just
Right.
ridiculous.
And I would, yeah, so I found that very interesting above all things. So yeah, we can go back to them as well, and, I'm sure they do, they should be able to have something else to offer us. Well, at least I would hope.
Okay, any questions, comments?
Of the ones that, I mean, you have here, was there anyone that really stood out to you?
Yeah, I think Wintrust, more so than any of them. And they also specialize working with municipalities. And so that's one of their money market account and the Illinois funds, account. Those things are some of the main things that they, I think that's helping them to stay, you know, different, and that's their niche. And, so they gave some statistical information that they work with, you know, villages, school districts, park districts, and other local, government entities, all across, you know, Illinois. And, you know, they work with, TIFs and,
It was kinda odd that they don't offer fraud protection. Did they speak
they
about
didn't,
any equivalent?
no, we didn't talk about fraud protection with them. So they were our first ones to, interview.
Okay.
And so they did their presentation, and then afterwards, when we talked to Great Lakes and consumers, they, you know, put that in their proposal. So I just need to go back to Waukegan and say, you know, and ask them about this. I just didn't get a chance to, circle back to ask them about that. I'm sure they do have some fraud protection, but I didn't get a chance to ask them about that.
I mean, yeah, my initial thought, as long as, you know, you all sign off on the rest of the features provided, the Illinois funds rate seems like it'd probably be pretty hard to compete with from the
Right.
other
Yeah.
institutions.
Yeah.
Thank you all.